Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by One CFO, Credit Hero, Y Spaces, Tuala, Simp, Sekuna, Schooltech Bedfolio, and Red Circle Global. Check out our partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. Live tayo ngayon dito sa office ng One CFO sa Eastwood. Yes, we're back here. And we have the first AI product ng One CFO, DocTax. Simplifying tax knowledge and management through AI and expert connection. At kasama natin syempre ang team na nag-build at nag-operate ng DocTax. So I think introduce muna tayo, no? Of course, we have the Managing Director, Jay Olos. So,
Hi, I'm Jay Olos, Managing Director of DocTax.
ayan. And we have the Technical Product Manager, Jello Reyes.
Hi everyone, my name is Jello. I'm the Technical Product Manager for DocTax.
Ayan, first time dami natin dito sa podcast. And then we have the Head of Technology, JP Olos.
Hi, I'm JP Olos. I'm the Head of Technology of DocTax.
Ayun. And we have the AI Engineer, Benedict Hoxon.
Hey guys, I'm Benedict. I'm the AI engineer for DocTax.
And UI and UX Designer, Marge Basbas.
Hi, I'm Marge, the UI UX designer for DocTax.
Ayan. Actually, I've known them for quite a while na. Actually, daming beses ko na nakabalik dito sa office ng Eastwood. First vlog ng Startup Podcast ay dito. Actually, first time na nag-start ng office dito ang One CFO.
Tsaka ikaw din yung first podcast guesting namin.
Oo nga pala, Jay. Oo, back then pa yun. Grabe. Oo, ayun. So, and ngayon, imagine, that was, I think, 2023, nung una ko nakusap si Jay. And now, may panibagong AI product, especially now sa panahon na medyo disruptive si AI, So, I hope now ma-unravel natin ang magic ng DocTax. Actually, na-try ko siya. Actually, to be honest, I tried it. And kasi may mga tanong din ako about tax personally. I'm BIR registered at nag-file ako actually. So, baka mapag-usapan natin. Pero I'm sure sa iba pa nating mga listeners dito, baka mapabilib din kayo sa magic ni DocTax. Siguro I started with a question. Ano nga ba ang DocTax? Who can answer nga ba? Who can best answer nga ba? Or sige, kay Jay na lang muna.
Yeah. So, DocTax is an AI-powered tax query assistant and matching platform that democratizes tax knowledge information, and also there's a human in the loop, no? Unlike the purely AI sa DocTax, kung may problema ka halimbawa on LOA mo or any tax problem, you can get connected to verified or vetted tax experts in the platform. So para siyang ChatGPT for tax plus Bumble plus Canva or even Tinder for anything tax related, connecting taxpayers to vetted tax professionals, and then the research part powered by AI. Yeah.
Still filling out loan applications for your business? Yeah, thought so. Save your time. Grow your business. With Credit Hero, one online application gets you loan offers from multiple lenders. Apply for a business loan now. Visit credithero.com.
So parang dalawa siya, no? Tama ba? If so first na-try ko lang yung AI, kasi may query nga ako, may question ako. Actually, para mas may context, ang tanong ko is about hindi, sige. Basically, I think marami kasi mga business owners yung may ganito matanong na as simple as, tinanong ko kailan dapat mag-file, dapat ba mag-file ako ng quarterly income? Kasi first time to be fair, first time registrant and taxpayer. Dapat ba magbibigay ako ng 2316 sa quarterly? Mga ganun. Hindi pala, di ba? Hindi pala. Kasi 2316 binibigay ng employer. Oo. Tsaka mixed income, mali nga hindi ko nga na-register nung sarili ko as mixed income earner. When in fact, na-employ ako actually. So, ganun kasi yung tanong. Actually, nasagot siya ni DocTax. So, ayun. Baka may idadagdag ang ating mga engineers.
Well, something to add dun sa sinabi ni Jay, what sets DocTax apart from the other AI tool ngayon is that yung AI namin is trained to answer yung tax-related information in the Philippines. So, trainin namin siya, finid namin yung AI namin ng data from Philippine government agencies. So, it's not limited to BIR but also kasama yung SEC, DOF, and PEZA, and whatnot.
Yun pala yung problem, no? Kasi kung nag-chat GPT ako, baka ma-mislead ba yung sagot sa akin? Kasi chat GPT possibly trained sa buong mundong Ito, focus sa Filipino. Tama ba yun?
Yes, may use cases kasi bawat AI tool. For example, ChatGPT is used for general questions, and then Claude is used for more of coding.
Coding nga,
Yeah. Tapos si DocTax, what we highlight dito is yung taxation ng Philippines. I can say na na mas confident na mabibigay ni DocTax yung tamang sagot kasi we also had a comparison before na comparing yung answer ni DocTax and compare sa ibang
Ay, maganda yun, parang parang tsaka hindi lang ChatGPT, hindi lang kulit, ang dami na tsaka actually correct, iba-iba nga ang nangyayari, nag-iiba-iba ng niche or domain or use cases. Tama, si ChatGPT I think medyo general, si Claude for coding, meron pa sila Anthropic, sila Perplexity na I think mas coding din I think. But ang ganda nga rin na nagkakaroon ng AI companion or parang pwede mong tanongin specific on each domain. And in this case, ang pinoposition ni DocTax is sa tax tsaka Filipino context. Tama ba yun?
Tsaka dagdag ko na lang din kasi unlike ChatGPT or yung mga general AI tools, na technically web crawl whatever is information na available over the internet, si DocTax specifically tinrain namin siya into hundreds of thousands of tax laws, regulations, BOI, PEZA regulations, and also even yung mga Court of Tax Appeals, Supreme Court decisions na hindi readily available online. So, kasi nga, ang intended users din namin sa DocTax, bukod sa mga MSME owners, freelancers, self-employed, or even startup founders, yung mga tax practitioners din with their mga tax accountants or even tax lawyers. So, both ways, sineserve namin. So, yun yung kagandahan. Kaya nga yung sinasabi ni Jello, we compared DocTax, yung mga responses niya doon sa prompts. Tinry namin kay ChatGPT versus DocTax, tapos even yung DocTax versus yung Revi chatbot ni BIR, ang laki ng difference. So we also one of the differences is that mas smart yung sagot ni DocTax kasi we trained it na not only to provide information but actually to provide like context, localized, customized context depending on the situation of the taxpayer. So, kaya mas intelihente siya. And as time passes by, share ko nga sa kanila, merong isang client nagtanong sa akin about a specific question. Pinram ko sa DocTax. Ang ganda nung sagot ni DocTax. So, may kinapi-paste ko na lang, sinend ko sa client. Ganon siya. So, it really helps scale yung practice for mga accountants like me. So that's basically the beauty of DocTax as compared to others.
Oo. Tsaka kumbaga two things nga yung naka-cover na mga simple questions, like yung question ko as a first-time taxpayer, kayang-kaya niya, and even yung mga complex na talagang kailangan mo i-consult sa mga tax specialist or tax accountant na actually, when you ask that naman, yung iba dyan, nag-research pa. So now, dito na sa DocTax mag-research kasi in one snap, ang laki ng body of knowledge na nasa-summarize or na co-contextualize kagad ni DocTax, before I go to sa second, yung parang marketplace, I'm just curious yung kung paano, na-try ko, pero kung paano sumagot si DocTax. Kasi si ChatGPT, may pagka-ano nga siya may pagka-friendly, may pagka, nagsa-smiley pa nga, tama ba, minsan. Pero parang just minsan, sasagot siya, and then, would you like more, blah, blah, blah. Ganun din ba kay DocTax na parang may friendly approach or parang strict ba siya?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, when it came to DocTax kasi, at first when we were training the model itself, we were testing a lot of decisions when it came to how we wanted DocTax to respond. So, at first we were leaning towards into a more friendly, more questionable, a more question approach, a question and answer, where DocTax tries to answer every query and also keeps on asking the user where they can support. But in the end, we decided to move on to being more specific, catering to specific questions that are katulad nyo sa'yo, basic or even yung mga sobrang technical, even yung mga sobrang mabibigat. We wanted DocTax to be much more easier for people to understand rather than similar platforms like ChatGPT or even Claude. And we wanted them to understand how taxation works in a very simplified way. Yeah, so I think that's the basic answer for that one. Yeah, so do you have any...
Yeah. Siguro may add lang ako. Yung sa sinabi mo, Johnny, dun sa yung ChatGPT na pag nasa dulo nagsasuggest siya. Yun, si DocTax meron din. So, parang itatanong niya ano yung state mo ngayon. Bigyan mo ko ng example para mabigay ko sa iyo yung tamang sagot. So, yun, nag-implement kami gano'n ng DocTax. Yun, isa pa yun. Like, for example, pag medyo complex na yung query or yung topic, isa-suggest ni DocTax na would you like to connect to our tax experts?
Parang I remember nga, naalala isa pang question, i-add ko lang din dito para mas may context yung mga ano. Ang hirap kasi ako dun sa tax question ko. 'Di ba nag-change ako into mixed income kasi actually na-employ ako late lang eh. Una kong registration talaga hindi pa ako employed. So pure di ko nga alam kung professional dapat ako or business owner eh. So kasi meron din akong teaching, meron akong startup ad, register ko siya. Anyway, okay naman na siya ngayon. Tapos, ang di ko alam, yung sa deduction, yung pag 8%, deduct ba siya? Pag mixed income ba, meron pa rin 250,000 na, yung pag below ka that, madededuct. Anyway, nasagot naman siya dun na, ang sagot pala is, pag mixed income ka, dun siya sa compensation sinasama eh. So, yung, regular yun na 8%. Until 3 million, something like that. Ayun, at saka nagta-tax talk tayo ito. Anyway, siguro si Marge lang din for the UX UI. I think connected lang din dun sa kung paano sumagot. Siguro, paano nga ba dinesign si DocTax and ano yung mga thoughts that coming into kasi, to be fair, very important ng interface. Yung ease of use, baka nga efficiency nung itsura ng interface. So, ano yung thoughts lang na, pumasok or na-incorporate nung ginagawa si DocTax?
Firstly, kapag nagde-design kasi ako, mostly yung ginagawa ko is first, yung research. Important yun sa UI since sa research, dun mo makikita if sino yung target audience mo. Syempre, hindi naman lahat tayo, kunyari, mga Gen Z and yung new generation. I mean, yung mga Gen Z. Sa amin, gusto mostly ng mga Gen Z is minimalist, ganyan. Well, yun rin naman yung pinaka-standard rin if titingin ka ng design. Pero for DocTax kasi, hindi naman siya for consumers na yung as a whole. So, basically, di ba mga tax experts yung kinuha din siya mga business owners. Mostly din naman ng small business owners sa Philippines is hindi rin techie. So, if gagawa ko ng UI for them, ang una kong ginagawa is talk to people din na mga business owners din or tax experts. Actually, dati sa 1CFO pa naman to. Nag-conduct rin kami ng research for 1CFO. So, nakakausap na rin naman kami ni Jay for interviews ng mga tax experts or yung mga business owners talaga. So, in-apply ko na rin siya dito sa DocTax din since same niche rin naman, mga business owners yung target audience namin.
Tsaka, well, ganun talaga, talk first to the users that you intend to.
Yun yung pinaka-important talaga sa user research.
And before I go dun sa tax expert matchmaking, nasa pala natin, TARP natin sa likod. So, ito talaga yung dalawa, no? Number 1, expert-backed AI responses for your tax questions nga. And 2, tax expert matchmaking. Pero siguro, itong question na to for Jay muna, I think, tama ba, Jay, na malamang sa'yo nang galing yung, idea nito, no? So, and malamang from 1CFO. So, paano nga ba nagsimula yung idea and why ito yung problem as a startup na talagang gustong isolve ni DocTax given 1CFO was there before?
Yeah. It's a very good question and this is a good opportunity also to give the backstory of DocTax. Why all of a sudden nag-create kami ng AI for tax. So we're performing or providing fractional CFO services to a number of MSMEs, startups, and scale-ups. Ang one thing na na-notice namin, I think in the Philippine market, hindi pa, kumbaga pag sinabi mong consultant ka or accountant ka, hindi naman nila tinatanong agad yung concerns nila on, okay, paano ako magiging profitable, mga ganyan. Marami silang questions on taxation. So parang yun yung nakita naming first pain point ng mga MSME owners, even startup founders, or even self-employed and freelancers. Pag nalaman nila na, oy, consultant kami, yun lagi yung tanong. So, and then yung mga existing clients din namin, every day, hindi man every hour, every 3 hours, laging may question on not on tax compliance pero it's more of tax guidance. O paano, meron kaming cross-border ganito. Sabi ni BIR ngayon, subject na sila sa 12% VAT on DSP. So, paano ba yun, di ba? So, they're aware of the compliance requirement. The question there is how? And then, how can they further optimize yung tax management nila? So, very tedious for us sa One CFO to go every parang back and forth, no? Parang re-research kami, tapos babalikan namin yung kliyente. Naisip namin, mag-create na lang tayo ng AI for that. Na, it can definitely help our practice. And also, 24/7, kapag may tanong yung mga kliyente, doon na lang sila magtatanong, di ba? If they want validation or further discussion, then we can have a call or talk with them. And then, ang maganda pa dito, Johnny, so when there was a point in time that we closed our pre-seed round, and we're fortunate enough to get the attention of the former BIR commissioner, si Mr. Joel Tantores, no, the former dean din ng UP College of Business and former chairman ng Board of Accountancy under the Professional Regulation Commission. So, dito mismo sa table na to, pumunta siya, pinapresent lang niya. Ano ginagawa niyo sa One CFO? Ganyan. Tapos, nabanggit namin yun. Sabi nga niya, yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't you create this kind of product? So, it validated yung naiisip na namin. So, of course, BIR commissioner na yun di ba? So, sinasabi nga niya na merong gap on tax policy and yung understanding sa market. While there are so many tax compliance tools out there na, hindi ko na i-name kung sino sila, mga friends natin sila, but there's no specific, may AI na ngayon, there's no specific tax platform that can really educate the market. Diba? So, tax compliance kasi, sa tingin ko as a CPA myself, tax compliance basic. Pero tax compliance is actually secondary. Ang primary, ito yung experience mo kanina, you have to know, ano bang klaseng taxpayer ka? So that, kung ano yung registration mo, paano ka dapat ma-register, yun yung mag-dictate ng tax compliance mo, or yung sa COR mo lalabas, di ba? So, yung sinasabi namin. So, we're not tax compliance app, but we complement yung mga tax compliance platforms na yun.
Oo nga naman, puro tax compliance ang nakikita ko everywhere. Pero yung pinaka-first question na, anong taxpayer ka nga ba? Parang, hindi ko nga alam. Naalala ko, nagtanong pa ako sa Reddit nun pero eventually napunta rin sa DocTax, ganyan. So, ayun. Tsaka with what you said, Jay, para din siyang, medyo weird ata yung analogy ko, pero may mga restaurant na may supplier ng, let's say, chicken. Dahil kailangan nila yung supply or may problem sa supply, magtatayo na lang sila ng manukan. Parang ko din sa One CFO Ang laking problem nung tax questions So, yun na lang solve natin problem din, di ba? Aside from just yung finance, yung fractional CFO, also yung pagsagot at pagbigay ng expert knowledge dun sa tax questions.
Yeah. Dagdag ko na lang din kasi we know in One CFO, kasi we only focus on fractional CFO services. We also want to parang other fellow finance and accounting professionals to give them a platform so that they can broaden also their reach or get more leads also for DocTax. Kaya mapapansin mo, when we launched this during the April 15 tax season recently, ang tinatarget talaga namin mga tax experts muna. Kasi we already have like how many users na on our platform. Naka-beta launch pa lang kami noon, wala pang marketing whatever, ang dami na. So there's that need talaga. So kung mga tax experts po kayo, accountants, accounting firm owners, usap po tayo. So we invite you to try and sign up sa DocTax. Yeah.
And sige, I think yan yung forward integration somehow ng business ni One CFO and the DocTax na kinoconnect nga din sa, ano nga yung tawag dito, sorry?
Tax expert.
Tax expert
Yeah.
matchmaking. Sige, how does it work? Sino ba maka-explain ito kung dun sa DocTax, paano ngayon na ma-matchmake or nako-connect yung nagtanong dun sa tax expert?
So we have 4 ways to connect the user from to tax experts. So if AI or if the question is beyond what AI can answer, may 4 ways. So first is yung manual connect. So may available na call to action doon. I-click lang yun ni user tapos mako-connect na siya. And then the other way is the character length. So if na-detect ng system namin ni DocTax na mahaba yung question mo, then i-connect ka. And then
Sige. Hindi.
later.
Okay.
So and then we also identify some simple and complex keyword. So kapag na-hit mo yung complex keyword na yun, lalabas yung call to action.
Gets. So basically, pag na-detect ni AI, ni DocTax, na complex yung question,
Oo.
tsaka niya i-refer sa
Yes.
sa tax expert. Pero teka, sorry, hindi ba, I'm not sure, hindi ba conflict yun sa OneCFO kasi nagbibigay kayo, medyo, ano yung question ko, I mean, medyo, baka medyo stupid nga rin eh, pero I mean, kasi, hindi ba competitor yung mga ibang tax expert na yun when OneCFO kayo, ano? Sige, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'll answer that. Kasi, again, one CFO, we're a CFO tech platform. Gusto nga namin na they use, parang, okay, we initially parang provided services, pero to be honest, experiment itong mga ginagawa namin ngayon. In order for us to create better products that will serve the needs, finance and accounting needs, or sabihin mo ng taxation needs din of the MSME, startups, freelancers of this country, and even in the greater APAC region later on, we need to understand firsthand what are the pain points. So, since we have these services, yes, pinoprovide namin siya, but when it comes to taxation, we're not tax experts. So, I'm a fractional CFO myself. Hindi ako, parang ano yan, Johnny eh. Kaming mga CPA, may kanya-kanya rin kaming specialization. Parang mga doktor.
Okay, tama.
Kung cardiologist ka, mga ganon, internal medicine ka. So, ako, in my case, as a CPA turned tech CFO, ang expertise ko talaga, being a CFO for tech companies. But I'm not an expert for taxes. Kaya nga, kumbaga, this is our way of giving out our clients pa nga, or opportunity.
So, actually, tsaka palang medyo gas-gas yung term, pero empowering the ecosystem. Kasi, natutulungan yung may tax queries, pati yung mga tax experts. So, tech-enabled na enabler si OneCFO. Wow. But sige, how, if it's okay to ask, yung kanina kay Jay, may bayad ba or parang ano ba yung financial or business model maybe kay DocTax?
Yeah. So
Sige.
right now for AI muna, we offer our AI for free.
Yes.
Sign up lang.
Account. Okay.
But for connect to tax expert or yung tax expert matchmaking natin, we have payment model doon. So we offer kasi 2 kinds of consultation. First is general consultation and the other one is specialized. Just like parang katulad lang din sa teleconsult.
Yeah.
So we have when we say general consultation, it's more of advice lang. And then the next step is up to the taxpayer. And then for specialized consultation naman, the next step is might be dependent to the tax expert. So in terms of the payment or the rate, general consultation costs 300 pesos. And then for specialized consultation, the upfront payment is 500. And then
Mura lang. I mean, okay.
Yeah. And then kung halimbawa may ipapagawa ka na documentation or representation sa tax expert. Yeah. So yun, dependent na siya sa mapag-uusapan nyo ni tax expert.
Tsaka ang galing kasi parang na nga ako eh. Kasi, I mean, parang siyang you could have made just a platform na nagko-connect ng mga tax queries sa tax experts, diba? It can happen like that eh. Pero, paano niya makukuha yung mga users? So, parang nangyari din, si DocTax as a tax query platform, siya yung bridge to that platform na, so, parang smart actually, when you come to think of it, paano naisip yun? Di ba, Jay, sige, you could have made, yan, yung ano lang, parang Tinder for tax. Tinder for tax. Mm.
Yeah, well, kasi, yun nga meron na tayong AI. Even us, finance and accounting professionals, we know for a fact that in order for us to be future-proof, we need to use that AI technology. So the AI of DocTax can be used also of the tax expert for their own tax research and even giving advice or consultation dun sa clients nila that they can talk with DocTax. So meron talagang specific platform that they can do call within the DocTax platform. So yes, meron din siyang feature parang Zoom within the platform. So hindi na sila lalabas to Viber
So,
or
parang,
within that
parang teleconsult nga rin talaga.
Yun, parang teleconsult talaga. So yeah, it's a way of empowering fellow professionals like me, at the same time helping them also to scale their practice and be better in terms of maging tech-enabled din sila. Kumbaga kami sa One CFO, kung ano ginagawa namin from day one na tech-enabled kami, we want also the same business model and technology to be used also by others para mas marami 1.1 million ng MSMEs dito, 4 million ng freelancers. So imagine there's so many things that we can parang underserved talaga yung market na yun. And the access to parang top or high caliber professional tax advice, we're democratizing that. Kasi before, it's only big companies who can hire or afford a tax lawyer or a tax practitioner na can really represent them. Marami rin kasi na-scam sa Facebook. Ako, myself, I got scammed. Si-pay na ako, Meron kasi akong sole proprietorship na tinayo kong nasa 20s, mid-20s ako. Pagbalik ko from abroad, gusto kong ipasara na yon. So, pagka-tax clearance. So, I look saan ka pupunta? Google, Facebook, may mga community ng mga accountants dyan. So, I hired somebody. During COVID to. So, I paid the down payment, tinakbuhan ako. So, just imagine, ako na to what more yung ibang mga MSMEs, freelancers, self-employed also, even startup founders na they don't know where to go. Mostly, pupunta sila sa network nila or may marirefer ka pang ganito. Syempre, paano kung limited yung network? So, saan sila kukuha ng advice? Diba? So, yun.
Kaya rin pala DocTax, no? Tama ba? Doctor ba yan?
Yeah, it's short for Dr. Tax. Yeah.
Dr. Love, no? Pag may love problem ka, Dr. Love. Pag may tax problem ka, DocTax. Tsaka very very similar nga. I mean, di naman similar, pero parang very, kumbaga yung same na ginagawa ng teleconsult or kumbaga nung problem, yung solve the problem na yun sa healthcare. Parang ganun din sa tax care. Balikan ko lang sandali yung AI, no? Kasi amazed pa rin talaga ako kung paano gumagawa ng ganito yung mga companies, mga startups actually like this, no? Can you know more? Can you share more about paano? I mean, of course, that's a secret, pero I mean, mahirap ba siya? Madali ba siya? Or parang, ano ma-share nyo about the AI, kumbaga? And in building the
Yeah, I think what we can share naman that I think it's open is that when you're trying to develop an AI product, especially in this fast-paced environment where AI is expanding rapidly, diba? Every day there's new products that's coming out, everything's being produced, every product's coming out. Well, it became hard for us and for the team as well when we were starting with DocTax is that we were managing a lot of data. When I said data, there's data that ChatGPT, even other AI providers cannot access. So we do have access for that one. But the issue is, how do you feed that data into the AI itself, right? So that's where the secret, I might say it's the secret sauce that we've done in the on the back end side of the AI development. And I can't really share, but it's something that it's something that challenged us for sure, for the team. We did a lot of reiterations, we did a lot of testing, we did a lot of course, the spending as well. It's not very cheap. You also have to account the testing for the models. You also have to test for the data that you were ingesting. So it was a lot. So we really had to take the time that we had to, and in the end, I think it all paid off, and we have a lot of valuable resources that not anyone can access,
Tsaka why I wanted to ask kasi, I mean, ngayon, diba dami na talaga mga Filipino startups. I mean, anyone can play this game. Anyone can make an AI. I mean, to be honest, diba, anyone can make an AI tax. Pero, what I wanted to ask then is what do you think really sets DocTax apart? And I think siguro nga yung nagawa niyo yun, yung talaga nakapasok ng context ng Philippine tax data
talaga.
sa sistema. And I think that puts DocTax siguro about years ahead kasi hindi siya ganun kadali magawa ng iba.
Siguro human in the loop. Sorry. Yeah, aside dun sa data, yung human in the loop then also. And like, it's very fortunate that in one CFO, we're a combination of parang finance, accounting, and tax professionals, and of course, tech professionals. So, meaning to say, we have that moat na because of somehow the reputation of one CFO and our major shareholders or investors, we're 3 steps ahead. No, in this. Yes, a lot of companies can develop or maybe make AI enabled whatever they're doing, but AI is nothing without the right data. And getting the right data is a combination of gathering it, especially yung mga mahirap ng kunin, as mentioned ni Benedict, and not only that, how are you going to ingest that to train the AI? So it's a long process, kaya mapapansin niyo, we beta launch 8 months ago. It took us that much really to train the AI until such time na ready na talaga 100% na kami. And we did our public launch 2 weeks ago.
Tagal. I mean, ano talaga?
Oh, kung yung OpenAI nga, 'di ba? 7 years.
Diba? I think tama naman. Before we mag-break lang tayo sandali after then more stories Pero just isang question lang. So ayan edge talaga. I think edge din talaga the knowledge ng tax, the amount of data. Pero yung ease of use. I think and tama ba malaking factor ba siya? What do you think na feeling ko rin kasi sila ChatGPT, sila Claude naging factor yung ease of use and accessibility. How do you think gaano ka-importante yung ease of use knowing na ang gagamit nito ay ayun nga medyo general di ba? So malaking part ba talaga siya? What do you think lang?
Ease of use talaga yung pinaka-tinitingnan ng mga users when accessing products. Syempre, pag kunyari for me, sa akin, yung experience ko sa mga apps, pag nakita kong ba to, ang hirap na maintindihan, ina-uninstall ko kagad, parang gano'n. So, very important talaga yung ease of use when using yung mga tech products, especially if hindi ka talaga techie. Kaya ang advice, if gagawa ka ng product for not techie people, simpler. Mas simpler dapat na UI, ganun. Then, kailangan ding i-take into consideration yung friction. Syempre, kapag nakita na ng user, kagaya nung experience ko na if pangit yung itsura. Well, hindi naman lahat ganun ka nitpicky. Kasi designer na ako.
Important yun.
Pero pinaka-important din talaga yung accessibility din ng users when yung sa mga products. So, ayun ang pinaka-important din talaga is mag-research din for users.
Why I know important yung ease of use tsaka yung anyway, for me nung nag-share ko lang nung ko lang ng mga digital banks sa Pilipinas. Nag-download ko lahat. Dinownload ko lahat. Siguro mga more than 10. Lahat sinubukan ko, nag-login ako. Pero natira lang sa akin 5. Yung 5 ang pinakamadaling gamitin. Kasi feeling ko, yun yung pinamapagkakatiwalaan ko. Yung mga nag-effort sa usability. So, di ko sabihin ko sino 5 yun. Wala lang. Lagay sa comments. Pero, ayun. And feeling ko nga, pero wala pa namang app, diba? May mobile app na ba si DocTax? Pero, is that in the pipeline ba? Or yes. Abangan natin yan. Pero, ayun pag may nag-download ng DocTax, kung app na siya, tapos mahirap siyang gamitin, wala. Ano kagad yan. Pero speaking of that, just before we take a break, ano yung UX nito for a person? So, pupunta sa blank.com, doctax.com. Ano doctax? .ph, sorry. So, pupunta sa doctax.ph, then ano makikita, ano experience, hanggang sa expert matchmaking. So, ano ba yung parang UX for that? Or sino bang... Sige.
Yun, pag visit nyo yung doctax.ph, ang una nyo makikita is yung landing page. So, andun na lahat yung full feature ni DocTax. From AI, from matchmaking, ayun. Then, doon sa landing page, makikita nyo naman yung sign in doon. So, pag nag-sign in kayo, andun na rin lahat. Like, CTA, like, for example, button, click nyo yung button, papuntang AI. And if you want to match a tax expert, click mo lang din yun. So, ayun. And then, to add lang din yung sa ease of use, nag-add din kami ng mga parang how to use, parang how to use na mga pop-up, para for, yung mga non-techie na users natin, para malaman nila ano yung nasa loob ni DocTax. Tsaka mga tooltips. Ayan.
Ang na-try ko ata natin, demo pa lang. Kasi pagkapunta ko doon, ando na yung yung tanong, yung pwede mag-type. Nag-type na ako, diretso. So, ayun.
And
yeah, diretso siya actually.
I-expound mo yun sa matchmaking bukod dun sa AI na user journey.
so dun sa matchmaking, yun, nabanggitin ni Jello kanina, meron tayong dalawa. Yung general and specialized. And ayun, yung flow lang naman nun is, in short, parang teleconsult ka. May kita mo yung result ng mga tax expert based dun sa mga finilter mong mga inputs, like ano yung tax query mo, for example, business and ano yung tax type. Ayun, mga withholding, mga ganon. So, tas may free text doon na pwede mo ilagay yung concern mo about tax. So, ayun. So, pag na-fill up mo na yun, then proceed. Ilalabas si DocTax yung mga result based dun sa mga...
So mamimili pa ako?
Yes. May list dun.
Okay.
May tama list of tax experts dun based dun sa mga finalap
then nakalagay yung mga expertise nila or parang... Tsaka lugar ba? Office or something?
Yes, may location
Picture.
din. Picture meron.
May control ka to choose yung
Yan.
Kaya yun po, hindi to self-serving sa 1CFO. Yan yung kinaano ko lang. It's really... Siyempre, hindi na base kami dito sa Eastwood. Hindi naman namin kayang iserve yung nasa Davao or Cebu.
Tsaka buong Pilipinas.
Buong Pilipinas, no. So, kung halimbawa, meron na nga mga nag-onboard sa aming mga accountants and tax experts from Visayas and Mindanao
Tsaka basically, ang dali din for the tax expert, mag-sign up lang sila ng account sa inyo. And then, if DocTax finds that pwede silang i-recommend sila. So, wala namang loss sa kanila diba?
Yeah.
Kung sign up lang sila. So, pag may nakikinig dyan ng mga tax experts, mag-sign up na kayo as tax expert. Kasi, I mean, that's dagdag reach for them, no?
Yes.
Actually, we encourage them to sign up kasi it's through the platform, they can offer their services.
Yes.
Tapos, from the platform then, katulad nung sinabi ni JP, if they are expert for that particular tax type, for example, VAT, income tax, they can select those. Tapos, yung capability nila, halimbawa, they are capable of providing documentation, LOA, filing, compliance, representation. Then, they can also check those.
Sige, so i-reveal ko na kung paano ko naisip to. Remember, I'm the only Filipino co-founder of MoneyMax.
Okay.
Diba? So, when you look for a credit card, search mo lang doon. So, lalabas yung mga parang top na fitting doon sa requirement na nilagay mo. It goes the same logic na binake in namin sa DocTax. Diba, may LOA ka, na-receive mo. Kahit i-drag and drop mo yung LOA doon, intelihente yung AI namin, ma-identify niya, ito yung exposure mo pala, ang RDO mo pala is nasa Davao. So, ima-map out niya sino yung mga tax experts na naka-onboard sa DocTax within na merong connect doon sa RDO na yon. Tapos mamimili ka kung sino doon yung ano mo, gusto mong maging makonektan. Ayun. So yung pag ano na yun, wala pang financial commitment yun But once you click on yun nga, yung general or specialized consultation, doon pa lang magbabayad. So contrary to popular belief na ngayon nung nirelease namin, wala pong bayad yung use talaga ng DocTax. Magbabayad lang po kayo kapag yun nga may parang teleconsult. Ganun siya. But for mga tax experts, accounting firm owners, accountants, instead of magbayad kayo sa Facebook or sa Google ng 20,000, 30,000 per month na hindi mo pa sure kung makakapag-generate ng lead sa'yo, why not just try DocTax? Kasi ito talagang specific to. Kami na yung na meron na kaming client base na pwedeng i-refer sa'yo.
I just want to add din, we don't just onboard everyone dito sa DocTax. We filter those credible tax expert. So we have KYC in place in the platform para properly namin, professionally and ethically namin sila ma-filter. So we have that kind of filtration.
Tsaka ang smart nga din nung para somehow I think may AI or may smartness din doon sa recommendation, no? Yung parang yung algorithm na yun. So, ang dami talagang AI actually pala kay DocTax. Ang dami.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them. And launch your products seamlessly with Secuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
Ayun. Sige, so onting stories lang tayo about building and the experience kumbaga of creating DocTax from 1CFO. Kasi I believe all kayo ay 1CFO, right? And then nung nag-start yung project to create DocTax, nag-DocTax din kayo. So siguro isa-isa, hindi ba? Sige. Siguro isa-isa. I think gusto ko isa-isa. Paano kayo na punta sa DocTax? And anong impression nyo? Like, because this is, 1CFO, gagawa ng AI product. So, anong impression nyo? How ready were you with that? Ayun.
Simulan ko muna.
Sige.
So, yes, anin ko lang yon. So, when the team started, ang tech team lang talaga ng 1CFO, si JP tsaka si Marge. No? So, February of 2025, we hired si Benedict, si Jello, consultants.
Specifically for DocTax?
For DocTax. Consultants
okay.
talaga. So, meron din kaming wala na sila ngayon another parang 3 more consultants, no? Na mga senior devs ito that really help us in developing DocTax. So, correct ko lang yun, hindi sila employees ng 1CFO. Yeah. So, consultant talaga.
I see.
So, that's how it started.
Okay. And siguro sa pala, sa pag-share ng story, yung tanong ko kanina, anong impression nyo, how it started, tsaka yung parang pre-knowledge nyo sa, only background lang about yourself. Yeah. And then,
I'll
sige.
start sa
Jello.
sa impression kasi actually before I started as a business analyst. So I covered the end-to-end requirements gathering para rin mag-kick off yung development nila. So that's the first step that we had. And prior that, I'm actually an engineering graduate. So medyo limited yung knowledge ko in terms of taxation. But during the building ng DocTax, naging familiar na rin ako. And more of system design. So we have the requirements naman from JLT. And we just incorporate those, combine those. Tapos we feed yung data, through the guidance na rin ni Jay kung ano yung mga data na kukuhain. We're able to build those guidance.
Parang rin, somehow usually kasi if you're a business analyst or product manager, yung kukuha ka ng requirement sa client. Dito somehow, client mo si Jay, and si Jay, may end client pa. So parang ganun din yung transfer, no? Anyway, sige, JP.
Yeah. Sa akin naman, siguro, share ko experience ko way back bago ako pumasok na 1CFO. So, I'm a mobile developer talaga. Dati pa. Then, nung pumasok na 1CFO, and sabi sa akin ni Jay, why don't we create the website of 1CFO? So, doon na nag-start. Ma-explore ko yung pag-create ng web app. And doon, sa 1CFO, may mga sarili kaming web app. But, si DocTax, iba siya. Kasi si DocTax, number 1, may AI siya. And number 2, may parang parang hindi siya for internal. Para sa commercial talaga yung app na yun. So, challenging kasi as a developer parang maglalagay tayo ng iba't ibang dyan for securities, kumbaga. And ayun, so far nung nagawa na namin si DocTax, syempre by the help of Jay and yung other accountants namin sa 1CFO. So, kami mga developers, parang napadali yung buhay namin, kumbaga. Syempre si Jello as a BA. So kami, parang pagkadating sa amin, parang ready to build na siya. So hindi mahirap magbuo ng feature kasi andyan na. So ayun. Yun yung naging ano ko.
Yeah, if I may add lang to that, yun napansin kong difference sa mga startups na yung pag wala pang tao, isa ka lang or dalawa lang
Yeah.
kayo. Ikaw sa business requirements, ikaw sa develop, sa pag-code, front-end, back-end.
Yes.
Ikaw din sa may AI.
Yes.
Ikaw din sa UX, UI design. Here, napansin ko lang, ang ganda pala ng positioning natin. Parang, ito yun eh. From from J and requirements, then business analyst, and then develop, and then design. No?
Yeah.
So, ko lang yun kasi, so, syempre, I'm a seasoned tech founder or startup founder, operator. That's the first thing that I want to de-risk eh. Yung mag-create ka ng app na walang gagamit. Di ba? So, dito, we made it sure na it's really coming from our experience and and the experience of our clients. So, kaya madali na lang sa amin kumbaga hindi kami out of thin air gagawa. Siguro gusto nila ng ganitong feature. No.
Yeah.
So, meron talagang need. And then from that, kumbaga manual muna namin doing things that don't scale in the beginning. So, that's how we come up with the product.
Yeah, siguro may add lang ako dun sa sinabi ko kanina. Yun nga, as parang lagi to sinasabi sa kay Jay na parang yung sa field ng accountants, mga accounting, parang wala ba as a developer, parang wala ba nakaisip na gumawa niyan? Parang ganun. Yung lagi naisip, tas nung sinabi nila na parang inopen na create tayong ganito, parang napaisip din ako, nga no, walang, sa lahat, sa mga nalalaman ko mga web apps, wala nga ganyan. So, yun lang, na parang yun din yung nag-urge sa akin, parang yun yung nag-fuel sa akin para gawin yung DocTax.
First.
As a developer, yes.
Sige, Benedict.
Yeah, so on my side naman, I do have a really long background when it came to working. So just for further context, I started working kasi way back 6 years ago. I started in marketing, right? So I did marketing for 2 years, pero I quickly realized na hindi para sa akin ang marketing kasi I don't know, I don't think it's for me because it's very fast-paced and it's very demanding. And then I decided to transition to AI way back 2022, and that's, I think, where I'm very lucky to have come up with AI very early on, diba? Comparing to other competitors in my field as an AI engineer. Tapos, I already have 4 years of experience with AI, and along those years, kasi when I found out that DocTax is hiring for an AI engineer, to be honest with you, I've received a lot of offers. I think I've received over 60 to 80 offers over in a year, right? So I don't want to brag, pero I think it's something to, I wanted to highlight it, of course, kasi it's not small. Because I got offers from larger companies then, and the only thing that I noticed is that, the only thing that I noticed is the products that other companies are doing, it's very similar, and from how I see it from that point in time when I was being hired, it's quickly being consumed by the products that exist right now. And with DocTax, I'm very assured that we're building something that's very new and that'll be used by the Filipino community, diba? So with
I like that.
yeah, so with me right now here in DocTax, I have no regrets supporting the team.
Wow.
I have no regrets joining the team as well. So yeah, 4 years AI engineer, very lucky to be in the field very early on, and yeah, I'll share more later on na lang siguro.
Tsaka, grabe. Sige nga, out of 60 to 80, si DocTax ang pinili. Grabe.
Yeah, si DocTax lang, yeah.
Pero curious lang ako dun, sige. Bakit, paano nga 60 to 80 yung, like, nasa LinkedIn mo ba? Or may portfolio ka ba? Or
Yeah, well, nung 2022, I started my first project with a Singapore entity. So it was a Singaporean entity. I worked for them for about...
Employed ka or parang freelance?
No, it was actually a freelance lang. So I worked for them for 6 months and they offered me a position. Tapos sabi ko, I don't think I want to work with this. I already finished my work. So that's a big thing, diba? I didn't want to continue it because I think the product is finished. There's no more to work on to that kasi we didn't have data anymore. So ang sabi ko, I would likely decline the offer kasi I don't think the compensation as well is... it compensates me well. And with DocTax, sabi ko, they were able to meet what I wanted then as well. But they wanted to invest not just for my future, but for the future of the company as well. And that's a very important thing, right?
You're a Gen Z, no? Tama ba, Benedict? Or hindi?
Oh my God. I'm not sure kung Gen Z ako eh.
Sige.
Yeah,
Hindi, pero
I'm not
kasi
sure.
kaya ko ina-ask din kasi I'm not sure, pero feeling ko Gen Z yung mga na may pumipili nung aside from money, aside from the
Yeah.
but yung
Yeah.
yung purpose.
Yeah.
Nila ako, pero ganun din ako.
Oo, I think, baka nga Gen Z nga ata. Yeah. Pero, yeah, with years of experience nga, sabi ko nga, you get to know who you're working with and what culture you want to work with, of course. For me, I think it's the culture that really matters.
Gets.
The pay doesn't matter for me as of the moment, and I'm
Gets.
very lucky to be blessed with that one, you know.
Gets.
So yeah.
Galing. Ganda ng
I
galing.
just want to share kasi nakwento sa akin ni Benedict, isa rin sa naging deal breaker niya dito kung bakit niya pinili yung DocTax is kasi first office work setup niya to.
Sa bagay.
Kaya
Okay.
kaya para sa kanya parang privilege yung magka-office.
Yeah. Kasi I've been working 6 years. So 6 years, 2 years with DocTax. Mag 1 year na pero almost 2 years na rin. So, ang sabi ko nga, I've been work from home my entire life, diba? So, I wanted to change my scene kasi I want to explore more, diba? Ayoko na naman parang online lang or work from home and stuff.
First of country niya sa akin.
Yeah, first out of country
bakit?
ko, Singapore.
Echelo.
Yeah, I had to visit other countries because of DocTax as well, diba? So, very, very grateful
Puntahan mo
for
yung
that
country
one.
na nag-hire sa'yo. Hindi dahil sa
Oo nga. So, I was expecting na doon sila. So, they're not. Sabi ko, I had no connections naman sa kanila. So, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Diba?
Okay. Galing.
Yeah.
Sige. Marge.
Sa akin naman, nag-start kaming ni Jay sa dati kong company. Actually, na-meet ko na siya dati pa. Nung fresh grad pa lang ako sa company. CFO kasi siya doon, fractional CFO.
CIA.
CIO. Okay. Tapos doon, parang nung lumipat ako, similar kay Benedict, gusto ko rin sana ng hybrid. Kasi galing sa pandemic yung era namin eh. Sa amin kami yung parang sa pandemic talaga. Then after sabi ko, parang gusto ko na rin mag-on-site. Though malit pa lang yung team nun, hindi pa mostly on-site.
Dalawa lang kami.
Literal.
Kumuha ng logo ng Wansi. Page deck.
Ayun. So, yung mostly kasi, dati, actually, hindi pa ako masyadong, since fresh grad pa lang ako, and way back nung college ako, wala namang separate, IT kasi ako, for context. IT specialized in web and mobile development. Pero mas inclined kasi ako sa design since nung dati pa. Tapos kaya ang pinili kong field is UI UX. Pero yung college kasi wala pa talagang specialization for that. So nung nag-work ako, mostly self-study din yung ginawa ko for UI and UX. Then ayun nga yung pinaka-first work ko, doon ko nakilala si Jay. And mostly doon sa dati kong work, more on graphic design tapos konting UI yung ginawa. Yeah, Singapore-based din yun. Then, nung lumipat nga ako na nakilala ko si Jay, sabi ko, wow, ang galing naman ni Sir Jay, sabi ko. Tapos parang na-amazing talaga ako sa mga projects niya, ganyan. Kaya, nag-work din ako for
Ilang
Jay.
years na yun? Sorry, ulit nga. What year pa yun?
3 years ago.
3 years. Oh, wow.
Fresh grad ako. Tapos parang, that time kasi sabi niya sa akin, ni Jay is, since tech nga ako, UI UX is tech, diba? Sabi niya, I think much better yung UI UX sa marketing. Nung una sabi ko, parang medyo ako na, marketing, connect. Tas nung later on, na-realize ko nga na UI UX talaga is for, connected rin talaga siya sa marketing since users yung tinatakal ng UI eh. Since user interface nga yung meaning ng UI. So, parang from that, doon ako natutong mag-analyze din ng market kung ano ba talaga yung gusto nila. Kasi from my previous work, wala talaga nag-guide sa akin. Nakalawag isa like, ito, marketing, ito yung gagawin mo, ganyan. Yun lang, more on graphic design din mostly.
Yeah.
Since nag-graphic design din ako, kaya fit din naman yung UI UX.
Actually, well, to be fair, no, yung marketing, may marketing na iba talaga sa pero very close nga talaga ang skills ng marketing sa UX kasi it's understanding the users and how they will use the product. Yun eh, di ba? So, very malaki ang intersection. Sige, last question lang ulit. Pero bago yun pala, just to clarify, no, yung time, gusto ko lang din maintindihan yung timeline ni DocTax. Gano'n nga ulit katagal yung parang conceptualization and building bago kayo nag-launch, yung kaka-launch lang? Just to, kasi I think many founders will, magandang benchmark yun somehow or magandang knowledge. Sige, Jello.
In terms of the initiation ng and conceptualization ng DocTax, it took us about 6 months for the chat AI development.
Okay.
And then about a year for the core features, including yung MVP.
Okay.
May payment na aside dun sa chat AI and tax expert.
Okay.
May KYC na kami, filtration.
Okay.
And then other complementary features ni DocTax.
Okay.
So about a year for the overall
launch.
MVP. Yeah.
Pero yun nga, take into consideration na hindi lahat sila full.
Yes.
So kaya medyo yun. So that's one consideration. Pero kung for other founders, kung makakakuha talaga kayo ng full-time, the better. Mas mabilis yun.
Yes. And also, curious lang din ako, Jay. So yung money, parang bootstrap si DocTax for one CFO, right? Parang ganun siya.
Yes. So, as you know, we practice what we preach, no? So, whatever profit we have dun sa service business, we invest that in our technology. Kaya medyo may mga months na break even kami, may profit. Pag nakita ko may profit, kaya na ba natin mag-hire ng isa pang engineer? Mga ganon. Kasi nga, nasa phase si one CFO ng, unlike other, yung mga traditional na BPO, accounting firms, o mga we are technology first company. Kasi yung upfront investments ito yung filosofiya ko yung systems first or technology first, yung upfront investments sa technology will, maririp ko yung benefits niyan if I put those technologies combined with our practice, with our services. And that's basically what's happening naman. Kaya, we're happy to share, di ba, yung sa loss na nag-usap tayo, and even dun sa mga sinasabi ko rin before, sinishare namin, we're a very small company. Yung accounting, bookkeeping, tax, payroll team namin, pipito lang yata or 6. Pero we're serving close to 100 clients. So imagine nyo, paano yun nangyayari? Diba? Pag kinukwento ko nga sa mga fellow accountants na katulad ko, nagugulat sila paano. And that's, I think, the beauty of what we have built from the beginning na technology first.
Tech skills. Wow. Ayun. Sige, last question na. Ano lang to? Siguro start na lang kay Marge pag more of the experience din, pero ano yung pinaka-challenge na that you encountered sa specific parang function nga or part sa building DocTax?
Sa akin,
Tsaka, parang not really how you overcame, but maybe yung biggest milestone din for you. Ayun.
sa akin kasi, since yung one CFO nga yung pinaka parang nag-start sa one CFO yung pinaka first project na malaking nagawa sa akin. Since yung last work ko is mostly graphic yun Kaya nung nag-start ako, way back sa one CFO pa, na-build ko na yung skills ko for UI. Pero nung nag-transition to DocTax, since kami lang ni JP yung sa team nun, nung one CFO, ang challenge sa akin nun is yung documentation, especially UI. Since hindi naman porket UI is design lang, yun na yun, tapos na. Kailangan mo pa rin i-document yung mga changes, ganyan, or ano yung user journey na kailangan yung i-fulfill within that flow. For example, yung mga flow charts, ayun, dati hindi naman ako nagpo-flow chart. Masanay kasi ako na rekta na design, ganyan. Pero hindi laging ganun yung nangyayari if gagawa ka ng UI. You still need yung documentation, especially nandiyan na si Jello. Siya yung BA, so kaming dalawa mostly yung nagko-communicate. So naging malaking challenge siya sa akin na mag-document every time na may gagawin.
Okay.
And yun, constant communication din siya.
Ang laking difference nito, no? Pag small founder team pa lang, walang documentation Pero ngayon, makikita mo na crucial part na yung documentation sa ganito. And sige.
ayun, so yun talaga yung pinaka-skill din na natutunan ko dun sa DocTax. Since dun kami nagkaroon ng full tech team din.
Sige, documentation. Sige, I think yun na rin yung ano. Sige, Benedict.
Wow. Sa AI side, I think I did have a lot of challenges along the way when we were developing the product itself. As an AI engineer, one major challenge that I was getting was with the data that we had. Kasi when you compare it with other data that I've done before, it was focused on, let's say, black hole or internal documentations about certain companies, diba? So it's very basic for that one, and we were doing PDFs or even smaller data sets. Pero kasi when you look at if you had the chance to look at our data set, it ranges to 100,000. So the question is, how can you feed that into your AI, diba? Confidently then and accurately, right? And for me, as someone with experience with that one as well, I think over the year and over the months that I've been working with DocTax, I found out the recipe for that one, and it's very versatile. Kasi dapat when you want to provide solutions for AI, it's not a silver bullet na it fits all of the issues. It's always going to be a challenge when you're dealing with newer data. And another thing, kasi as someone na nag-work then in other fields, I've had collaborations with other departments, other developers as well. Pero this is actually the time when I actually grew much better when it came to collaborating with other developers then as well. When I mean developing, it's because I had the chance to learn more on how others work. Tapos I also had the chance to become a mentor for someone directly from the company. So it's really a challenge for me then, kasi if you're doing a lot of work and you're also mentoring and you're also documenting, and thank God Jello is there because he was helping me. Even though it's AI and it's very new and very fast paced, he was trying his best to understand everything from his perspective and from my perspective as well. So I think that's the only challenges that I can share for now. But there's a lot more, of course.
Sige, mag-solo podcast tayo next time then. At saka, ang galing nag-surface yung difference talaga ng solo developer team, ay, yung small founding team, isa or dalawang developer lang sa parang medyo mas may team approach na, yung collaborative approach, kumbaga. Ay, si Jello mo.
Yeah, sa akin, kung kay Benedict, yung challenge niya is how can he feed the data. Sa akin naman is where I can get the data. Kasi sa akin ako yung magko-collect muna ng data, and once collected or downloaded, I'll endorse it to Benedict. So that's the first challenge, kasi we have plenty of sources ng tax information in the Philippines. But what should come first? Yun yung ano yung kailangan ko unahin. Kahit sabihin mo na sa BIR yung data, marami pa rin yan. May law, may memorandum, circulars, and so on. So with the help of Jay, we prioritize doon. We put structure dun sa data, and then coming from that structure, that's how we scrape the data and then endorse to Benedict. And then one thing then in terms of the team management, kasi it's my first time then to be a team manager, kumbaga. And sometimes may nagka-clash yung mga idea namin. Ganito yung implementation ng isa, habang ako naman ganito yung naisip ko. What we're trying to do is to meet in the middle. We're trying to meet in between para dun kami magre-reconcile. Ito yung solution. Let's see kung kung anong magiging impact nito. And then as much as possible, I try to decide earlier, kasi yung cost kapag nag-decide ka earlier is much cheaper compare sa na-develop mo na, tapos later on ka pa magpo-produce ng enhancement. So yun yung learnings ko for
Okay, decision making din. Okay. Sige, JP.
Yeah, so yun, pinauna ko si Jello kasi siguro ma-share ko as a head of technology. By the way, it's my first time to have my team, my tech team. So, I would say ang pinaka-challenge na naisip ko is yung nung nabuo namin yung idea ni DocTax, ang pinakaisip ko, paano natin to gagawin? Given na wala pa sila nun. So, yun yung pinanisip kong challenge. And then, ayun, nag-hire kami. Siguro I would say na I'm happy to have this talented team. Kasi I would say na yung challenge na yun, sila yung parang naging solusyon. Parang ganon. So, may kanya-kanya silang mga expertise talaga. And I would say magagaling tong mga to. So, ayun. And syempre sa management din, ilang years na ba? Siguro mga 8 to 9 years na akong developer. May mga parang scenario na hindi ko siya ina-apply sa amin para wala magkaroon ng blocker. Like for example, mga strict na, di ko na sabihin, pero yung mga strict na parang policy. Ayun, so sila, parang sabi ko, sige gawin nyo lang yan, basta ma-meet natin tong deadline na to. So, siguro na nakatulong din yun para naging sync din kami sa team. So, ayun. I would say yun yung mga naging challenges. And ni Benedict, marami pa yun. So, di ko na rin isa-isahin. Pero, yun, syempre, as a team, I would say na yun yung parang nagiging solution namin. Maging sync kami. Maging, open to others. Kare may idea si March, may idea si Jello, papagbuuin namin yan para mabuo namin yung magandang output.
Tsaka ikaw ba, JP, yung parang project, sino nag-manage yung project? Like yung schedule, yung kunyari, kung kailan yung launch, yung...
Yeah, bali we complement each other. So, sa akin, business side, tapos sa kanya, tech side.
Okay.
So, kapag development timeline, sa kanya, tapos ako bali nagko-consolidate.
Okay, gets.
So, na kay Jello yung business idea, tas ako nagtatranslate into tech, tas bibigay ko sa kanila. Parang gano'n. Yeah.
Okay, sige, Jay, last. Challenge.
Well, syempre, as the managing director for DocTax, and also the only, I would say, dedicated na, I wouldn't consider myself as a tax expert, but because of my experience as a CPA turned CFO, yung pinaka-challenge ko is, how can I put or make DocTax think, feel, and act, or magbigay ng results or answers na parang, friendly talaga siya. But at the same time, nasasagot talaga yung mga dapat sagutin dun sa tanong, dun sa prompt, no? So, kasama na dyan yung making sure na accurate yung nilalabas niyang data. So, challenge sa akin yun na, syempre, hindi ko naman kabisado lahat ng RR or lahat ng regulation, memorandum circular, tsaka batas, di ba? Even yung mga Supreme Court cases. So, we take time to look into that. So that's one on the DocTax side. Another is, as you know, I'm the founder and CEO also of One CFO. Syempre, I'm doing a lot of things, diba? So may baby coming in incubate, which is DocTax. At the same time, I still have to perform my role as a CEO and chairman of the, I call it now One CFO group kasi marami pa kaming AI products na ilalabas, no. So yeah, we're bootstrapping. Not sure kung mag-fundraise kami, depende kung may gusto mag-invest, pwede rin naman. So but for now, we're really getting the funds to develop this mga nasa product roadmap natin from our cash flow, from our profits. Yes. So that's the another challenge. How can you fund internally, especially now, di ba, may prolonged funding winter whatsoever, ang hirap mag-raise. So founders like me, we acknowledge that. So we're doing the best what we can to really fund, making sure that buhay pa rin yung mga companies namin. And last but not least, so that's basically touching on making sure that there's available capital. No, and that's my role as the managing director. And as a whole, as the founder of One CFO. The second one is, dalawa kang kailangan mo lang kasi they take on the technical side. Ako, ang role ko, capital and markets. So, kapag merong merkado, merong capital, so sila yung nagbe-bridge sa technology. So, when I say markets, especially daming changes sa tax laws ngayon, di ba? Nag-change din ng tawag dito, leadership sa BIR. So there are also upcoming changes that we're anticipating. So the market is changing really fast. So how do I make sure that DocTax is parang at pace with this dynamism happening in the market on the regulatory front, on the consumer front, and also on the professional fronts. So that's a tough balancing act that I have to do. But so far, I would say, the good thing naman kung train sila on their specific field. Ako, I've been in this industry for 15 years na. So kahit pa paano, yun nga, to your point, hindi na ako bagong founder or startup operator. So those lessons from the past, it's basically helping me to manage one CFO group successfully.
So ang ganda nung na yun, no? Basically as the CEO or the founder, talagang yung pinaka-external capital and the market. And then yung gitna, you let the tech team lead that, the bridge kumbaga.
Education is evolving, and so are we. Introducing School Tech by Edfolio, your all-in-one school management solution. Built for schools of all sizes, School Tech bridges the gap between school and learning management. Driven by passion, School Tech makes educational technology accessible, affordable, and easy to use for schools everywhere. With an integrated approach, School Tech simplifies management across different departments and enhances efficiency in operations. School Tech transforms the way schools manage, teach, and learn. School Tech, taking school management solutions to the next level.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com. Guided by one of our top experts.
Ganda. Ayun, sige, thank you sa pag-share sa inyo. Very last question pala siguro, Jay, or maybe vision lang for DocTax, or who can when best answer.
Sige, ako na.
Sige.
So our vision sa DocTax really is not to replace mga tax experts or accountants, but it's basically medyo parang pang Miss Universe ang sagot na to.
Yeah, let's go.
But we feel like DocTax is what the country needs to be a better nation through efficient, effective administration, collection of taxes, while at the same time educating the massa, which is the backbone of our economy, the MSMEs, freelancers, and self-employed, what they need in terms of equipping themselves on tax knowledge, because once they have that, the government and also the citizenry can meet halfway for the benefit of nation building. Because taxation will always be there, diba? So sabi nga nila, tatlo lang ang permanent sa mundo: life, debt, and parang dalawa, no? Debt and taxes. So it's inevitable that we really need to not transform, but make it more efficient for everyone through technology.
Oo nga, ganun ka-core. Well, in our current society, ang taxes, is really part. Kaya I think ang gandang i-end itong podcast na episode na to sa kung paano natin sinimulan, di ba? Si DocTax nga, parang sakto-sakto Ang pinaka-vision niya actually is simplifying tax knowledge and management through AI and expert connection. Yun talaga yung core Kumbaga si AI Tax Query Assistant tsaka si Max Matchmaking, solve lang na yung problem of really simplifying the tax world. How people understand and implement and operate taxes. And pag naayos natin yung tax ecosystem na yan, baka nga maging better economy ng Miss Universe. Ayun, sige, thank you very much sa ating DocTax team. Grabe, ang ganda. Ito ang second longest episode ng Startup Podcast dahil ang ganda at ang dami natin na pag-usapan. If our listeners want to know more about DocTax, so how can they go to the website or who can they connect to? Baka may email or something, where can they know more?
We encourage yung both tax expert and taxpayer to visit our website. It's doctax.ph, and then feel free to use our AI and create your account. Yeah.
Sign up.
Sign up.
For the matchmaker, for the tax expert.
For the tax expert, nasa platform din, so you can already apply or create your account as tax expert in the platform, and then may KYC process. So we just need to review your credentials, and once okay, you will get notified through the platform and through email.
Ayun. Thank you very much. And sa mga listeners, check out DocTax. Ayun. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our 65 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma project management, data science, and more. Cloud CFO. Cloud CFO provides expert accounting, tax, and payroll services for SMEs and startups using smart technology to deliver actionable financial insights. Architect Space Solutions. Architect provides ground station services, space data analytics, and technology supplies to grow the Philippines' role in the global space ecosystem. DBCO Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain, smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Argam AI, make smarter decisions by representing both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by Eplayment, turn content into opportunities, grow deeper connections, and earn more only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.eplayment.co. School of Profits, Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners, built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner, early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provided the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest-growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform, HustlePH. Smile Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloverly, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body Beaties, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. This episode is powered by Josie AI, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Kenzin Bordy, Eastpoint Business Outsourcing Services, Filipina Home-Based Moms, Hex Colony, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Patid PH, Sugbudok, Algacon Aquafeeds Juan Alj, Gray Wolf Technologies Philippines, Pareto Consulting, Sears MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.